Welcome back to the Retro Wave. I am your host, El Tiburon, aka RetroTiburon. And we're talking 90s comedy movies this month. With me, I've got an old buddy, an old pal, a guy I've watched a lot of these movies with, the Billster, Billy J. Thanks for coming back on.
Thank you for having me back. Thank you for not banning me. Appreciate it.
We thought about it, but you know, I feel like everyone deserves a second chance.
Thank you guys for sending in the letters to the podcast and the GoFundMe page. I appreciate it.
It really made a difference. Mm-hmm. And as I mentioned,
we raised a total of $2.33 to get me back on here.
It's a low budget podcast here,
That's
folks.
Right. High quality.
As I mentioned, I brought you on because I think a lot of these 90s movies you and I saw together back in the actual 90s in an actual movie theater, not on HBO Max or YouTube, you know, bootlegged on YouTube. Like, we would actually go to the movie theater to watch a lot of these movies we're going to talk about.
Absolutely.
Whether we paid for the ticket or not.
Yeah. And whether we were old enough to go to see some of them.
But we'll talk about that. Well, you just we'll talk about that one later. Right?
That's right.
But statute of limitations is up on us sneaking into theaters. So
that's right.
I think we're good.
We are.
But before we start, we have a little beer that the Billster brought us. How do you pronounce this? This is in French.
I think it's La Fin du Monde. I think, and it's saying the end of the world. I would imagine. I don't know what it means, to be honest. I know it tastes good. So
something uplifting to start the podcast.
So yeah, so you gotta open this little guy like a little bit of a cork. So we're celebrating a little something right here. Make sure we keep the.
Oh, make sure you get the pour on the audio right there.
There you go.
Put that next to the mic right there.
There you go.
For those ASMR fans out there.
There you go, guys.
That nice little pour.
Little head never hurt nobody. There you go.
A little late with that one, huh?
There you go. I actually have my own right here, right? Yeah. And then, yeah, it's a 9%er. It's got some spices on it. It's tasty.
I've never had this one, so looking forward to.
You got a lot of head on yours. I'm sorry. Yeah. Might as well call that a root beer float.
Damn, I think I'm going to let it set.
Yeah.
When it's like that, you need to let it set, right?
Yeah, let it set down a little bit. I think it's because it's a plastic cup. Nice cup, though. Cheers.
Cheers to the 90s and our friendship.
That's right. Hallelujah. If that's not worth celebrating, I don't know what is.
Check out this cup my wife got me too. Elvira. Watch me drop it on my equipment right here.
What am I drinking out of here? Got some clowns on here.
The killer clowns from outer space.
I don't know if you guys see that, but looks nice. Looks like a twisted metal clown.
Looks like Sweet Tooth. All right, so there's a lot of meat on the bone with this episode. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break and come back and talk 90s comedy movies.
It doesn't matter what comes, fresh goes better in life. With Mentos fresh and full of life, nothing gets to you. Staying fresh, staying cool. With Mentos fresh and full of life, fresh goes better. Mentos fresh and fresh goes better with Mentos fresh and full of life. Mentos, the freshman.
I always like the commercial because the guy in the commercial literally eats one Mento and puts it away. I don't think I ever had that much self-control. I would eat like half the damn pack, like 5 minutes into opening it.
I don't even remember even having one of those, but
You never had Mento?
I do, but yeah. I mean, I remember more of the commercial more than anything.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this commercial and what we're going to be referencing now It's a big part of our that pop culture.
Yeah, the flashbacks.
You would do the hand motion and like look at the camera for like 5 seconds.
Do the
little thumbs up. Yeah.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I've asked Billy to name his 5 favorite comedy movies of the 90s. I've done the same, and as always, the guest goes first. So we're gonna go from number 5 to number 1, and just have a little discussion about each one. But as always, we play a little trailer of each movie. So let's go to the Billsters. Billy J's number 5 pick.
Mary's a fox. The way she moves.
She's a real spark plug.
And the way she talks.
You want to go upstairs and watch SportsCenter?
Come on, this isn't fair.
That drives men crazy.
I love Ruby! Would you mind letting the dog out of the bathroom?
From the directors of Dumb and Dumber and Kingpin. There's something about Mary. Rated R. Special sneak preview Wednesday.
So at number 5, Billy, you've got There's Something About Mary.
Something About Mary. Just a classic. All around classic. I think was it Everly Brothers? I believe it did.
The Farrellys, huh?
Yeah, okay.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. But yeah, Ben Stiller. This movie is a classic from beginning to end. There's so many scenes that jump out, characters that come out. I mean, and Mary you fall in love with. It's written great. It's funny. The scene that always pops out for me is the old penis caught in the zipper, and just total bad luck, and and everybody's aiming to get Mary's attention, and it's a classic. It's funny from beginning to end, and
yeah, I think we saw this together. Speaking of seeing a lot of these movies together, I remember seeing this with you.
Yeah,
at the Beverly Center. And I remember, I don't think I had ever been in a theater where everyone was like dying.
Yeah.
Like dying.
exactly.
Like I think we even got we were cracking up too, but like we even started exaggerating. I don't think if you remember, we were like throwing our feet up in the air. I think one of us like rolled down the aisle.
Yeah, it was one of those movies.
Threw popcorn
yeah, exaggerating.
But people were like dying during this movie. And so yeah, I actually watched it. I hadn't seen it since then, I think, and I watched it yesterday. And the movie's like hilarious.
Yeah, it's super funny. Even the old grandma with the saggy, the saggy, breasticles.
Oh, where's my butt?
Can you say that on TV?
Wow, is it very nice?
Yeah, I always send that meme to my friend always when she's talking about having a tan or something, or or feeling a little burnt. Just it's a good movie. It's funny from beginning to end, and I think Brett Favre has a little cameo too.
I had forgotten about that until I saw it yesterday.
The little brother who's got sensitive ears, and
yeah.
It's you fall in love with the characters.
Dude, that brother,
you want them to be.
That brother would have killed you because you had this guy right here, the Billster, has a little bit of an ear fetish.
Just a little bit.
Good thing I have headphones on right now.
That's true. Actually, that's kind of how we met, isn't it? Started playing with the ears in like 5th grade or 6th grade, and you were just nice about it.
We've been friends ever since.
I don't know. I've always had this thing about ears. You just kind of squish them up and roll them around. And people I know get annoyed by it, but
You even had a keychain, remember, with an ear on it.
Oh snaps! I forgot about that. I did have that keychain. Yeah. But my ears are really sensitive, which is funny. But
Yeah, but
wow, what time? If you touch my ears, it's
Wow, is it very nice?
Yeah. My girl knows. If you play with my ears, game over. You know what I mean? Ching.
I was watching a little clip right here
Yeah.
of one of the scenes that had me cracking up yesterday.
Yeah.
The little guy making all that big noise.
Oh yeah. That's right.
I think this is after the dog had some cocaine, I think.
Right.
Like this. The bulldog.
You gotta love the physical comedy. I've always been a big fan of physical comedy. Ben Stiller does a great job here. There's even a scene where they try to relive the dog, right? With like,
Oh yeah, that was with the guy. Is it Matt? Not Matt Damon. What was that dude's name?
Big Teeth McGee.
Something Damon. He blocks the eyebrow. 3 stitches. Yeah, I was like cracking up watching this yesterday, and like you said, like Ben Stiller. This is a guy I think that's kind of nobody really talks about. Ben Stiller. Like when I think 90s, I think like Jim Carrey, Adam Sandler, Chris Farley,
Mike Myers.
Yeah, you don't really hear anybody talk about Ben Stiller, but man, he's hilarious in this one.
He's pretty hilarious, yeah.
Yeah.
He won't let his wife work in any films, but you know, that's another topic.
Who's his wife?
I think she can't. I forget who it is, but I'll have to Google that one.
All right. Well, that's the Billsters.
Speaking of 90s, that Tim Allen? Yes, sure is.
What would he do though? All right, that was Billsters number 5. We're gonna go to my number 5 90s comedy movie.
Just one day, Dad couldn't tell a lie.
Is it good for you? I've had better.
In the next 24 hours, Fletcher Reed will have to tell the truth, even if it kills him.
I can't lie!
From Imagine Entertainment.
What's up, Fletcher? Your cholesterol!
And the director of The Nutty Professor,
Like the new dress?
Whatever takes the focus off your head.
Jim Carrey.
Everybody's been real nice.
That's because you have big...
Liar, Liar. This film is not yet rated. Starts Friday, March 21st.
At number 5, I've got Jim Carrey in Liar, Liar. And I don't know if I've ever told you, I'm not a big Jim Carrey guy.
It's not your fault. It's just the way you were raised.
I'm just not. But this movie I think is hilarious. Have you seen this one?
Yeah. Liar, Liar.
Yeah. I saw it Well, the first person I saw this with was Danny String.
Okay.
At was it the Culver City? Like one of those fancy, I don't know. We would always go to like the white people, like nice areas. The Beverly Center. The one that's further out. Connection. Westwood, yeah. We would go way out there where we were probably not wanted, but that's where we would go watch our movies.
You talking about Century City? Did we go there?
I think it was there.
Or was it like the West Side Pavilion?
I think it was that. It was like one where it's called the Avenue of the Stars, like one of the roads.
Century City. Yeah.
Okay, that one. I went with Danny String, and there was another one that we were like cracking up the whole time watching it, and I never really cared for Jim Carrey. I always thought like his comedy was like too much, like too in your face. And even when I was watching this yesterday, I was like, man, how did he get through this movie without exploding? Because he's like every scene, he's like in your face, like making faces, throwing himself.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite 90s comedy movies.
Yeah, Jim Carrey. I mean, he pretty much owned the 90s though, to be honest. But yeah, this is up there for sure. Speaking of exploding, one of the scenes that comes to my mind is when I guess he gets pulled over by the cop or whatever, and he can't tell a lie, and it's like his mouth is about to explode. But man, as far as we were talking about physical comedy, that's why I love Jim Carrey. Like, guy can stretch his face. He's he can just do a whole scene by himself. I can't imagine how hard it is to work with him.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, he's up my alley. It was hard for me to pick movies.
Yeah, I think even in I don't know if you remember, they have like end credit scenes and they show bloopers.
Oh.
And in one of the bloopers, one of the cast member, they're like fighting in each other's faces and they're fighting. Mm-hmm. And the cast member, they're calling each other names.
Right.
And then the other cast member says, "Over actor," which wasn't in the, like, as
I
a
think
joke.
I actually see this one, yeah.
And he's like, everyone starts cracking up. And he's even like, "Oh no, they're on to me." But here's one of my favorite scenes. There's a lot of good scenes in this movie, but this is one of my favorites right here.
Your meeting. Mr. Allen, you remember Fletcher Reed?
Oh, yes. Nice to see you again, Fletcher. By the way, I'll be observing you in court this afternoon. I've been hearing some good things about you.
Well, Fletcher has just been telling me how much he thinks of you. Well, why don't you tell Mr. Allen? Well, what do you think of him?
He's a pedantic, pontificating, pretentious bastard, a belligerent old fart, a worthless, steaming pile of cow dung. Figuratively speaking.
That's the funniest damn thing I've ever heard. You're a real card, Reed. I love a good roast. Do Simmons.
Simmons is old. He should have been out of the game years ago, but he can't stay home because he hates his wife. You've met her at the Christmas parties. She's the one that gets plastered and calls him a retard. And you, Tom, you're the biggest brown nose I've ever seen. You've got your head so far up Mr. Allen's ass, I can't tell where you end and he begins. Priceless. You have bad breath caused by gingivitis. You couldn't get a porn star off. Your hairpiece looks like something that was killed crossing the highway. I don't know whether to comb it or scrape it off with a shovel and bury it alive. Loser! Idiot! Wimp! Degenerate!
I like your style, Reed. That's just what this stubby company needs. A little irreverence.
Good! I'll see you later, dickhead!
Dickhead, priceless.
Oh man, I forgot about that hairpiece. Stuck it on the wall. Look at this guy. Oh man.
Yeah, that's one of the scenes I remember like dying in the theater with, and seeing it yesterday, I was like, man, this movie's still hilarious.
It's pretty good.
Did you know Sting, not the singer Sting, but Steve Borden, is in this movie apparently?
Is he?
Yeah, and I can't seem to find him, but I remember he did an interview with like Wow magazine or that he's in this, but I'm like, I like
you tried looking through it.
Yeah, I'm like, for a while I thought he was that dorky.
It's Sting.
Yeah, it's Sting. Like I thought it was like the dorky guy that's dating his ex.
Yeah,
and I thought for a long time that was Sting. I was like, oh, that must be him without the face paint, but it's not him.
Did you check the rafters? The rafters? You know
yeah. Oh, I didn't. It's probably there.
There you go.
But yeah, great movie.
That is a good movie. Yeah, I have to rewatch it again, but for sure.
Yeah. A lot of hilarious moments, like you're talking about, like him stretching his face, like when he's trying to keep from telling, he's trying to tell the truth, and he's he's like trying to like manipulate his mouth to tell the truth, to tell a lie, and he can't.
Yeah, I forget what year this came out, right? Was it? I don't even remember when, but you could see right there. I know you don't not much of a Jim Carrey fan, but I'm a big fan of his, and you could see right there the beauty of him. He can be really serious and control that. At the beginning of the scene, he was looking really sad and very like scared, but then the transition from that to like being funny and just all that, I think that's where he started getting these more serious roles, and like Eternal Sunshine for Spotless Mind, he got that drama. He started getting that drama. I think he started like developing a little more skills. This movie right here got him like he was a little more serious, but it's still funny.
I think that's a good point, because that's a thing I like about this movie too, that it actually has like a heart.
Yeah, like
the story's kind of relatable, and he's this like dad, this attorney that's like way too busy to hang out with his kid, and he's always missing his kid's birthdays, and all his kid wants is like, I just want you to show up.
Yeah, and
he keeps not showing up because he's too busy to work. He won't talk to his mom.
Yeah,
because he's too busy to work, and it's kind of like, it's a relatable story, and he's like really good in it.
He is really good.
Yeah, so that's my number 5 pick. We're gonna go to the Billsters number 4 pick here.
Let's go.
For the most idiotic, moronic, chick club inane movie of the year. Get ready for the most idiotic, moronic, chick club inane movie of the year. Dumb and Dumber.
Dance to the beat of a different drummer boy.
Rated PG-13.
At number 4, Billy's got Dumb and Dumber.
Speaking of Jim Carrey, woo!
Speaking of owning the 90s.
I'm owning the 90s. Now this guy, not with that haircut. Look at that little bolt cut, little gap tooth. Ah, this movie.
You never had a bowl cut?
No.
Where they put a bowl on your head?
But I think this was around the time when that mushroom haircut was around.
Oh, he had the Edgar.
The Edgar, yeah. The Lloyd Christmas. Yeah, no, this movie's a classic. All
right, let's go to the next pick.
No, sorry. Oh man, I just
is that good?
It's give me a second. It's got so many scenes in my head running through. You know, when they're so cold and he's behind. Wasn't it? I forget the guy's name. The other guy.
Jeff. Is it Jeff Bridges?
Jeff Daniels. Jeff Daniels in the back seat. He's super cold, and then they get off of the little moped they're on, and he's like, well, after he's like, hands are freezing, like, do you want this extra pair of gloves that I have on? You know, just simple little things like that. Yeah, it's there's another scene where his pet's head falls off, and he tells him the little bird gets the robber comes into the. I'm pretty sure. Am I saying the right movie?
I've only seen there's two Dumb and Dumbers.
No, it's the first one. It's the first one.
I think I've only seen clips of this one, so I don't know it that well.
All right, yeah.
As I said, I'm not a huge Carrey guy.
No, okay. So So this is a movie where he's trying to return this girl's suitcase, and he's just an idiot. But there's a whole trip going to Colorado, and it's fun. It's super hilarious. You gotta watch it if you haven't watched it. But can you play a little?
Yeah, this is I do remember seeing this clip. So I think I've only seen this movie and like, you know, when it's on TV, like it's on, I'll watch a little bit of it. So this is one of the scenes that I remember liking that I saw.
A girl like me ending up together.
Well, Lloyd, that's difficult to say. We really don't.
Hit me with it. Just give it to me straight. I came a long way just to see you married. Just
Least you can do is level with me. What are my chances?
Not good.
You mean not good like 1 out of 100?
I'd say more like 1 out of 1 million.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Gotta love that attitude right there, though. I'll take one out of 1 million chance.
Yeah, they're telling me there's a chance. Yeah, now there's a tuxedo scene where they look hilarious. They're just super goofy and like kids being adults. I mean, adults trying to be kids.
Isn't this the one that has? I remember another scene now where there's like a guy that looks like the Monopoly Man.
Yeah, no. That's
not it.
That's Ace Ventura.
Oh, okay. I was confused.
Yeah. No. This is the there's still somebody. There's like it's kind of he's very out there in this movie. Like he's very like they're just idiots, morons, but it's just lovable. He falls in love with her. It's just there's no chance in hell, but he's still he's returning the luggage or the suitcase that she supposedly left behind, and the suitcase name is Samsonite, and then he thinks that her name is Samsonite. It's just like it looks stupid, but it's an all-time classic. There's so many good scenes.
I gotta give it a chance then.
You gotta give it a scene, yeah. A chance.
All right, that was your number 4. We're gonna go to my number 4 pick, and I have a feeling I would bet, that you've never seen this movie.
We'll see.
I would survive anywhere.
Life gives.
It's a bet.
Life takes.
You won't need this either.
It was stitched in. Life moves.
You have the right to remain silent.
Life grooves.
Hot chew, zicka-da-bing, bam, boom, hot chew.
Life hurts. Mel Brooks, Leslie Ann Warren, Life Stinks.
Follow me!
Rated PG-13.
So at my number 4 pick, I've got Life Stinks. Have you seen this movie?
Yeah, what's that old fart's name again?
Mel Brooks.
Yeah, no, I remember that name. Mel Brooks. I haven't seen this one though.
Man, I loved this one as a kid, and I saw it I think a couple of days ago, and I hadn't seen it since I was a kid. I still love it. So it's pretty much about this guy who's like super rich and owns all this property, and he makes a bet with this other guy. Like the other guy's like, you wouldn't last 30 days here being homeless because you've always had a silver spoon in your mouth.
Okay.
So the guy takes his bet. So he's homeless in Skid Row here in LA. He's homeless for 30 days. But yeah, it's just a hilarious movie. Like he makes friends with these homeless guys. There's a scene where there's this little black kid, like, you know, dancing in the street, and he has his little cup.
Yeah.
And he's getting his change. So he doesn't have money. So he's trying to find ways to make money. So he sees the kid dancing, getting money. So then he puts his little cup and starts. He's like little dad.
Little dad.
Nobody gives him anything. So he's getting pissed off. And there's these like other homeless guys that are like always like constantly trying to get at him. It's a great movie. Like Mel Brooks, he's done. You probably remember Spaceballs.
I'm trying. Yeah, I was looking up here. I was like, oh yeah, that's right, Spaceballs.
He did Spaceballs. He was in Blazing Saddles. He did like a lot of like classic ones.
Very old school.
But this is one for me that I think it was probably like on HBO all the time.
Okay.
So I saw it like 100 times, billion times. And when I saw it again, I was like, man, this still holds up.
Still holds up. Okay.
Still good. Here's one of my favorite scenes. This is a scene where they're like at a, you know, they're in Skid Row. So they have like little, like, there's like a little chapel there and they have little weddings. And there's this Hispanic guy that keeps translating for the pastor.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just check out this scene right here.
And have a wonderful honeymoon. Hasta luego, mis hijos. Y que tengo un feliz honeymoon. Honeymoon. Mira, agarra a la mujer. Ok, y entonces se monta y empieza. ¡Ay, ven! ¡Ay, ven! ¡Ay, ven! ¡Ay, qué rico! Stop that!
Every time I don't know why, every time I hear honeymoon, I think of this, you know. ¿Qué es un honeymoon? Es cuando la muchacha.
La muchacha para adentro. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can tell I would love this movie.
Yeah, definitely a deep cut one. But I think like we're talking about Liar Liar. This one has like heart too.
It does.
Okay. It has like a good like moral.
Okay.
Kind of like a good story. Yeah. So that was my number 4.
But he's like an OG. You know, like does he direct the films too, right?
I think, yeah. I think he's like the director, like the producer, like they're his movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but classic one right there for me. Check it out if you've never seen it. It's called Life Stinks. All right, we're going to go to the Billsters, number 3 now.
Okay.
Julia was about to marry Mr. Wrong.
That's grade A, top choice meat.
But it's not over.
Relax.
Till the wedding singer sings.
You're the wedding singer.
How you doing? I'm Robbie.
I'm Julia. Rocky. So cute.
Adam Sandler.
Ooh.
Drew Barrymore. The wedding singer.
Uh-oh.
You like her.
No, I don't. I think I'm in love with her.
At number 3, the Billster, you've got the wedding singer, Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I don't, you know, it's that, I think it was probably the first movie that Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler fell in love, and from all their movies that they make together. But this has got to be one of my favorites. It was made in the 90s, but it was like one of those, what is it, throwback to the 80s? Kind of like a retro film, even though it was like a decade away. But revisiting it, it's kind of fun to see all the, you know how Adam Sandler uses all those same actors in the same movies, and
Steve Buscemi,
all those guys. But you know, it's just, again, this movie I think showed the heart, and there's a lot of heart and love, and and a good story behind it, love story behind it, but it's hilarious as hell. Adam Sandler's got his trademark, you know, things that could have been told to me, or whatever it is, you know, like yesterday, or whatever, you know,
things that could have been brought to my attention
yesterday, yeah. Or there's that, what is it, the boy George lookalike who keeps singing the same song.
You're talking about this guy?
Let's see.
Yeah, that guy. To realize my cry. Let me love.
The look on their face.
And steal.
Scary.
I have dared.
Work it, girl. There it goes.
Steve Buscemi.
Like her.
Was he Mr. Pink?
How can love be real? Woo! Do you really want to?
You better cut that.
Yeah, before we get copyrighted.
In there.
Yeah, but this movie's hilarious. I don't think I've seen it in a long time.
Really, I almost guarantee that this is going to be on your list as far as because I know you like some. I mean, I know you like some some Adam Sandler.
I love Adam Sandler.
You know, Adam Sandler. This one for me, I guess before I knew it, I'm more of a romantic comedy kind of guy. This is one of my first rom-coms that I really enjoyed, and it's just fun seeing him. Yeah, it was a really good story.
I'm sure if you took a poll with people like best Adam Sandler movie, this has to be like top 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this is one of I think if I would have saw it recently, who knows, maybe it would have cracked the top 5, but I don't have this one on my top 5, but I love it.
Yeah,
I mean it's 80s. I love 80s music. And you got Adam Sandler, can't go wrong.
It's one of the movies I'm gonna watch with my girlfriend. So
you want to give her a shout out if she's listening to the podcast?
Yeah, Louisa. You know what I mean? Yes, baby. So yeah, she, you know, that's how much I like this movie that we're gonna watch it, and it's one of those good movies that you want to watch with your partner or by yourself. Yeah, have a good time.
Great movie, The Wedding Singer. Right, that was your number 3. We're gonna go to my number 3 pick now.
To see his kids,
I need to be with my children.
Daniel Hillard was ready for anything. Now, ready or not,
1 drop or 2. Would you like another one? Oh, there you go.
Here comes Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, sir, the terrorists, they ran that way. It was a run by fruiting.
Robin Williams is Mrs. Doubtfire. A father's work is never done.
Mrs. Doubtfire. You're hungry to the men's room.
Rated PG-13. Starts Wednesday.
Number 3, I got Mrs. Doubtfire.
That's right.
Talking about
we're getting pumped up here.
Talking about Beverly Center. I remember vividly watching this with my mom and my sister.
There you go.
At the Beverly Center.
There you go. Right next to the KB toy store.
Right next to the KB's, right across from the Cinnabon.
There you go.
Yeah, man, love this movie. Another guy that, was like, you talk about like physical comedy.
Comedy genius.
Robin Williams.
In your face for sure. But like flexible as hell. He can do anything. We didn't really know that then, I don't think, but
yeah, I wonder, like, has there ever been a movie or have Robin Williams and Jim Carrey ever met? I feel like they would explode and shit. Like the world would explode.
I don't know, but most likely you can't have 2 people like that in the same room, maybe. But I think Robin Williams has enough skill to balance it out. Jim Carrey,
yeah, I know.
Maybe not so much.
I've heard the joke where kind of like comedy is subjective, right? Like,
yeah,
what you like, I might not like, vice versa. And I've heard a lot of people say like, "Oh, Robin Williams is not that funny. Like he's just loud and talks fast." But no, man, this movie, he's hilarious.
He's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why the only scene that pops in my head is when his breasts are on fire when he's cooking. But like, I'm sure I don't know how much he had to write in writing that, but like just the way. Just the comedy aspect and also the prosthetics. I wonder if like this is, right before him, like with the prosthetics and all that, and like the bodysuits. It's I think it might have started like the like that might have been one of the first as far as
I wonder, now that you bring that up, I
like
wonder
Nutty
if
Professor or like, you know,
Yeah.
just like stuff like that.
I wonder now that you bring that up, with in this year 2023, would this movie be CGI?
CGI.
Would this Doubtfire be CGI? Because there's no more practical effects anymore.
No.
But speaking of prosthetics, this is one of my favorite scenes where he's
right.
picking, he's trying to pick his look for Mrs. Doubtfire.
There you go.
Check this one
I haven't
out.
seen this in a while. Let's go.
No, I feel like Bobby. This is not working.
Yeah, no, this isn't working. But don't worry, it's a work in progress, and you're my brother. I will never let you be embarrassed.
God bless you.
I think we're gonna have to do the entire face.
But look at this nice thing, though, we have here.
Matchmaker,
matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Don't tell me not to live, just sit and putter. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter. Don't bring around a cloud to rain.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, damn. He would make fun of her nose because that's got to be Robin right there. Barbara Streisand was big in the 90s. I'd always change the channel, but
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
What's a Barbara Streisand?
I always just, and all I can think of her is like being, oh, baby. Like, I don't know.
What did she sing?
Not baby.
From
but like,
a distance, the world is blue and green. Is that Barbara Streisand?
I think we're just going to have a moment of silence for that little. Can you hit that note one more time? The other animal.
Just push that random dog one.
Yeah, no, I don't know any Barbara Streisands.
But man, I love that scene. Love at the end of the movie where she's talking to like that boss, and she's talking to that. Oh no, she's talking to the GoldenEye guy. What's his name? Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah,
and talking to him about like, you know, you want to bang my ex, and telling him like, oh, little Jack horny. You want to play a little Hide the Weasel. The horizontal mumble.
Woo!
But
is that where The Rock got that?
Maybe, but
okay,
but he's saying this all as Mrs. Doubtfire to Pierce Brosnan. Little Jack horny.
Robert Williams, rest in peace.
Yeah, R.I.P. man.
R.I.P. man.
And there's another one. Like,
that one hurt.
Like we keep mentioning, like there's another one that has heart, because this movie's it's pretty much about him losing his family, and he doesn't really get to spend time with his kids, and he does all this just to spend time with his kids,
right?
To be around his kids. So another one. I'm not a big crier, but I remember at the end of the movie kind of getting choked up, little knot in the throat.
That's right.
All right, so that was my. You got anything else you want to add to this one or no?
No, I mean I gotta have to rewatch this one too. But no, I love Robin Williams. He's another one. I think he does probably better than any comedian. He can switch that drama, that switch right away and make you fall into the story. So
damn,
good choice.
Speaking of like serious movie, have you ever seen 1 Hour Photo?
No.
Where he plays like a guy that works at like a Rite Aid, like a photo section
back in the 90s,
and he doesn't have friends, family, and he's like trying to make an attachment with families that come in to get their pictures like developed.
Oh, really?
Man, I like that movie. It's
okay.
a good one.
1 Hour Photo.
But it's like a horror movie, but you kind of feel bad for him too. Anyway.
Is he the bad guy?
Yeah. He is, but is he? You got to watch it.
Okay.
All right. Plot twist right there.
That's right, folks.
All right. Let's go to the Billsters next pick.
That's right.
Listen. Ace Ventura is in Africa.
They did not know about disease until the white man came. I am fighting something.
The danger is greater. And the animals are wilder.
Hey, Uncle! Hey, Uncle!
Jim Carrey.
Do I have something in my teeth?
Ace Ventura.
That's the one, right?
When nature calls.
That's the Monopoly scene, right?
All right. I think I just woke up. Sorry, guys.
So at number, I think it's number 2. You've got Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls.
So, not always will you reference what is it? When the second movie comes out,
the sequel.
The sequel.
Yeah.
You can tell I watch movies. The sequel, but there's a couple Ace Venturas, but this one in particular I feel it's better than the first part. I mean, I think he owns the character of Ace Ventura, the pet detective. When nature calls, there's so many sayings that I still use to this day. Like a glove, when you fit something in nice and think, when you slide into a place or something, or if something fits perfectly, you just say like a glove, or like if someone's balls are showing, you say your balls are showing. Like he sneaks into like one of the African guys and he's like, one of their balls is showing, like that,
I think I remember that.
Yeah. I used it the other day at work, Chicago, which means white devil, when I reference my coworker. Chicago.
Oh, that's
Chicago.
when he shows up to the tribe, right?
Oh my God, that's the one. That scene where he gets spit. They called him Chicago White Devil, and then he gets spit on because it's a sign of respect. And then he's like, "Oh, well, let me show you my sign of respect." And he's like building up this flame. And he's like, and then they all come out like full of fucking phlegm, and it's just like, oh.
And aren't they cracking up?
They are super cracking up. And
yeah, I remember.
That is one of the most funniest scenes I've ever seen in my life, and it's just ridiculous. But it's that culture difference. But it's also a loving story. He's an animal lover, and you're rooting for him this time around. I mean, you're rooting for him in the first part too, but this one, they owned it.
So this is one of those sequels that you think is better.
I think it's better than the first
the
part,
original,
which is hard to say. And there's just so many good scenes in that. And that the Monopoly one is in this one as well.
The Monopoly scene, yeah, the Monopoly guy, right? And then he like drapes him over.
He punches the guy and then he puts him over his shoulder. And he's just like dancing around, and he's like, "Do not pass out," and he like makes his mouth shake.
Yeah, now that you brought up like that loogie scene, and I remember another scene I'm gonna play right now, but I think I remember kind of laughing at some of the stuff in this one. But I think there's another one where I've seen clips.
Yeah,
but this is one of the scenes I remember liking.
Oh, right.
Come on, girls. Quiet. Let's take a look.
Oh, Lord. The mother rhino is giving birth.
God. I don't even remember how he got into that rhino.
Yeah, that's come on. Yeah, how do you even explain that scene? But it fits perfectly in the movie, and it's ridiculous. It's outrageous. That's Jim Carrey in a nutshell.
Yeah,
but there's so many memorable scenes in there. There's also a fight scene with Tommy Davidson, which is just
he's one of the African dudes, right?
Yeah, where he like throws like he's getting hit from the arrows, like the little spears, and like it hits his thigh, and he's like pointing at it, and then he gets hit on the other one. Physical comedy at its best.
All right, man. Well, that's your number 2 pick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to my number 2 pick.
Let's go.
Been too long since this guy hasn't been brought up, and he needs to be brought up. Here he goes, my number 2 pick.
Wallace Ritchie is about to be mistaken.
Get the rubber sheets.
For a real secret agent.
What are you, CIA? Mafia?
Both.
He's cool.
You got me. They get you?
He's competent.
Come on, get me, cover!
He's confused.
The man is a god.
Bill Murray is...
Whoa, that was loud.
The man who knew too little.
That is so refreshing.
Rated PG.
At number 2, I've got I feel like this is an underappreciated Bill Murray movie. The Man Who Knew Too Little from 1997. This movie is pretty much like he goes to visit his brother in London, and his brother's like, "Hey, look, I can't hang out with you today."
He's a politician, right?
Yeah, he's like,
he's like, just get up. He wants to get him to do something, so he gets him out of the house. Right?
Yeah, he gets him pretty much to be like in this theater of life where you're like role playing that you're like this, like in this action movie. But what ends up happening is he ends up actually getting into like an actual situation where there's like the KGB's involved and everything. But he thinks he's in the theater of life.
Yeah,
I think it's Bill Murray at his finest, like as far as a comedy, because he thinks he's playing like this role, like as this James Bond, but he's actually in this real life situation. This movie is hilarious, man.
No, I like this movie mainly because you played it in front of me probably a few times. Ain't gonna lie, but no, actually, it's one of my favorite Bill Murray movies of all time. There's like a wraparound scene too where he's got the Matryoshka doll at the end. There's like a bomb in this doll, and he thinks it's a game, and he's throwing a wraparound, and everybody's like, and then there's also this other scene that always it's hilarious where he's getting robbed, and then he feels like
you're talking about this scene right here?
Okay, break a leg. Gotta go.
Okay, later.
All right, have fun.
Wait a second. How am I supposed to do when this is over, though? I have no idea where I am.
Take my phone. And when the show's completely over, around 11:30, no hurry, call me. And I'll come pick you up, and we'll be smoking those ambassadors by midnight.
Yeah, gotta be my birthday still. 11:59 the latest.
11:59. Knock 'em dead, big brother.
No problem. Gonna be bodies all over the place.
Okay. Have you got any spare change, mate?
I'm sorry, but I don't have any of your money yet.
You sure about that?
No, I'm not. I'll give you. No, what I do have American money, which is just as good. Here. Yeah. I'm sorry. Nobody told me we already started. All right, then. Just go back to give me your money or whatever the heck. Okay.
Just give me the money or I'll cut you.
All right, let me just do my line first, okay? Please don't kill me, man. I'll give you anything. I give you all the money I got. I give you everything. I ain't got no jewelry, man. I just got a couple of kids. I got a couple of kids, and they expected me to come home tonight. They don't want to see their daddy dead on the street somewhere.
I don't want to kill you.
I'm sorry. I was not prepared for any of this stuff.
Just give me the money.
Not yet. One more. You know, it's getting so that decent people can't even go out on the street anymore without scum like you trying to step on whatever's decent in this world. But you know something? Your type are just gonna be the kind of crap that sticks to the bottom of a good man's loafer. I am stinking the place up. Would you please take this wallet and let's go on to the next scene, okay?
Yeah. Take the money. You take it, he's a bloody nutter.
Hey, all right, now come back with my wallet.
Yeah, that scene right there. That's a classic one right there.
And there's there's a couple other Bill Murray comedy movies, and there's Groundhog Day,
right? Honorable mention.
But it's honorable mention. But if you were to ask me what's my favorite Bill Murray movie, I think I'll still say Groundhog Day.
You still will, huh?
But I think when I just think comedy, like just like
I see
the laughs per minute, I think it's this one. I think it's The Man Who Knew Too Little.
That one's got to be, yeah.
Because he's just like, it's Bill Murray just being with his dry sarcasm and witty jokes and being like kind of like a dumbass. He's hilarious in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's a properly well told story. I mean, but there was an ad, right? That something about like there's like also the reason he falls for it is because he actually saw like an ad for like the game show or whatever, or like there's like a show, right?
I think that's what his brother signs him up for.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be something like that.
Yeah,
it's a classic misdirection, but he does a great job.
Yeah, Bill Murray, man,
scum like you.
I got a couple kids,
and he falls in love too, doesn't he? Or does?
Yeah, this one has a little bit of heart too.
Yeah. Gotta have a little bit of love story.
Yeah, classic Bill Murray. Well,
R.I.P. Bill Murray.
It's not dead.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
All right. Well, we're gonna go to our number ones now. Let's go to the Billster's number one pick.
Well, I see why I go first.
His favorite 90s comedy movie here.
Let's go.
Now, your mama told me what happened to you yesterday. How the hell you gonna get fired on your day off? Damn! Look, she bending over. Hi, Miss Parker.
Hi, boy. Miss Parker just don't know.
Come here.
What's up, Big Perm? I mean, Big Worm?
If you ain't got my money, I'm killing you and him. You done drag me into this?
I'm used to stealing. Get in, get out.
Here come Debo. Give me your stuff. You want me to ask for my bike back? What bike? The one I let you use a couple of weeks ago. Oh, that bike.
Damn!
Count on my money.
40, 60, 80, 120, 140.
I don't think you're applying yourself, Smokey.
Wow.
Lord have mercy.
Just give me 3.5 minutes. Maybe even 4. Hey, who is that?
Oh, no.
Drive by!
What's going on?
I don't know. It sounds like machine guns.
So you gonna loan me the money or not?
I wouldn't feel comfortable lending you $200 without a job.
If I was working, I wouldn't need $200.
Exactly.
Now, Dana told me about that big snake situation.
Big worm.
Big worm, big hole, big... I don't give a damn.
¿Y qué te monotto? Me decime que le meneto más derecho.
I said the hip. I'm gonna kill you and Smokey.
You need a job.
You need a wig. Oh!
Damn! What you hooking me with that girl for? Talking about she look like Janet Jackson. Control. Got out the car looking more like Freddie Jackson.
Oh, my back, my neck! I'm suing y'all!
That's right.
I feel like we've watched the whole movie now with this trailer.
Hey, you really have. There's so many sayings in this one, man.
Give us a couple.
Give you a couple.
Well, first of all, it's Friday. For those that don't know, it's Friday, right?
The movie.
Yeah, Friday the movie.
The movie is Friday. Yes. Classic movie with Ice Cube, Chris Tucker. We got the OG John Witherspoon. Classic, father in sitcoms. He's just hilarious in this movie. There's so many good. There's Bye Felicia when the people say a lot. Bye Felicia. Yeah, that's that one. There's a, you got fired on your day off. But the story is also really good. There's and the love story too between Craig, which is Ice Cube, and that's another saying too. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, Craig. Like when someone's like, like making up something, you ain't gotta lie to kick it, Craig. And when you see a cute lady, you're like, Miss Parker just don't know, and then you're like, dang, or just the meme of them like going, damn, and going, it's LA a little bit. It's like South Central a little bit. It's funny.
It's based here, right? It is based here?
It's based in South Central. Yeah, I think it's Bernie Mac's in this one too. He's
Milk and cookies.
He's a reverend who's there's a funny scene he's trying to tell Smokey, which is Chris Tucker, to stop smoking, and then Chris Tucker's just like, around here, around Normandy and Weston, we smoke. It's just there's just so many good scenes. But then there's like a little story of like Ice Cube trying to get a gun, and his dad telling him not to use a gun and like fight with his hands, and he's fighting for his girl, and like Debo, Big Debo, who's coming around.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Debo. I forget Zeus. Whatever. What's his name? I forget.
Tiny Lister.
Yeah. I was gonna say little something.
Little Lister.
Tiny something, but he's in this movie. Every character has a good. It's a classic role. It's they had some sequels, Friday After Next, but the first one's the OG one.
So is this the best one you would say out of the?
Oh yeah,
out of all of them, this is the best one.
Absolutely.
And I heard Chris Tucker's didn't come back. That was it.
Well, I mean, I heard a recent interview with Ice Cube, that it was because of New Line Cinema, I think they owned the rights to it, and it wasn't so much that Chris Tucker didn't want to come back, but there was something. It got delayed, and now Debo's passed away, and John Witherspoon's passed away, so it's kind of passed.
Oh, he passed away too.
He passed away too. Yeah,
I remember him from the Wayans brothers.
The Wayans
right?
brother. Yeah, we're living and we're colored. Dun, 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 dun. Give me a high five.
No, but I'm saying like the sequel that came out like a long time ago. I heard that Chris Tucker was supposed to be in it, but he didn't come back for whatever reason.
Oh, right. Because this is this is like Chris Tucker. I think one of his first roles, and I think he went on to do Rush Hour after this.
Yeah, he kind of blew up.
So he started blowing up, and I think he started. I'm not 100% sure, but he was also against the image of him like smoking weed, maybe, because that's really what that's why they call him Smokey in the movie, because he's like, big perm. He's trying to sell weed and can't get his money back, and his, Big Perm is also funny. He's driving an action truck.
That guy looked familiar too.
He was like one of those actors as well.
Yeah.
Nah, this is one of my front to end. From beginning to end movies. It's kind of nonstop. It's got some drama in it, but it's hilarious as how like it's another scene where Ice Cube's in the refrigerator always, and the dad comes out, and he's like, why every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen too? Get some goddamn food. I want some pig feet too. It's just like hilarious. Got the OG John Witherspoon again. I think everybody owns their part. I think also Ice Cube's first role and got him doing it to his movies and the comedy scene, but I prefer this role. Right? I mean, this whole movie in general is a good movie.
I wonder do you know if was this Ice Cube's first movie?
I'm not sure,
because he was obviously famous rapper. Then he did like this movie.
Yeah,
he did Boys in the Hood, didn't he?
Oh yeah, that could have been it. Yeah,
or Boys in the Hood was maybe first. There's a movie I still haven't seen.
You still haven't seen it?
I've never seen
That's good.
I don't know why. I've never seen it.
Good thing I have.
Yeah, someone has it. But I know this one, like, a lot of people love this movie.
That's the beauty of technology. We can go ahead and look at the Ice Cube first movie role was Boys in the Hood. You're right on that one.
Oh, it was Boys in the Hood?
Yeah. But, but yeah, no, it's a great movie. You should watch it. I think it's great. That's another movie I have in line to watch with my girl, too. All right. It's like one of those good movies. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. That's always number one. It is one of those movies, and it's hard for me to watch a movie and know every scene. But if you notice, as we were playing it, I knew every actual.
Because I've never seen this movie, and I even know like the Bye Felicia.
Yeah, the Bye
just
Felicia.
from like work and stuff, and hanging out with people. You hear the Bye Felicia.
Bye Felicia.
When you say something, you say bye to someone that you don't care for.
yeah, exactly. I have heard you say that. That's true. And you're telling me you've never watched the movie.
I've never, no, but I will. I'll make an effort.
Yeah, you think you'd like it. It's hilarious. It's just got some funny scenes and hilarious scenes. Chris Tucker he's got that physical comedy part of it, and and it's just Ice Cube going through the day. And Debo's hilarious again.
Let me ask
every
you,
character.
What's your favorite Ice Cube song?
Oh man, Ice Cube.
Because you're a rap fan. Ever since I've known you, I think the little bit that I know from 90's rap is because you've introduced me to those songs.
Right. There was a wrestling theme song that I picked one time for me, and it was a Ice Cube song. And it was more of the beat that I liked, but it was you can do it, put your back into it. That was.
Can you sing it? I don't remember.
You can do it, put your back into it. I'm singing it. You can do it. Then there's a girl singing in the back. You can do it, put your back into it. There you go.
I've never. Yeah, I think I like the one where something he brings up Dennis the Menace in the song.
Yeah,
you know how we do it.
There's some deeper songs too.
You know how we do it. I think it's called.
Yeah, there's a diss song that he had back when diss songs were, I guess, kind of new. It's called No Vaseline. That's a good classic.
Like talking shit about somebody?
Talking about getting from the back with No Vaseline. Yeah, that's getting messed up by the records. But yeah, and then of course he's part of the NWA as well. And yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I'll make an effort to watch it, but and going through our list, we don't have any repeats.
Which I thought actually, we were gonna meet in the middle with Wedding Singer, but you said you actually didn't watch that.
I didn't. I think if I would have watched it this week, maybe.
I knew it was gonna be Adam Sandler though with you, because I knew you weren't that much of a Jim Carrey fan,
and I have a Jim Carrey.
I
was surprised, but honestly, even in we're gonna bring up honorable mentions after, like. Man, like my honorable mentions list is long, and I think a lot of those movies could have been in the top 5.
Right.
So to me, it's just like, man, there's a lot of good comedies in the 90s.
There's definitely a lot of good comedies. For me, the choices that I made are because maybe not so much on the Dumb and Dumber, even though I know that movie so well. It's because I actually know the movies from front to back, and
they're quotable.
Quotable. I quote them, more importantly, not just a quotable. Like I use them in everyday life, or I love watching it over.
That
and
is
over.
true. I remember knowing you in 6th grade and you walking around saying "Let me tell you something." Oh no, but that was Fire Marshal Bill.
That was just Jim, because I'm a Jim Carrey fan. It was so hard for me to pick Jim Carrey movies. I actually forgot that I picked 2 movies, Ace Ventura and Dumb and Dumber. But those Dumb and Dumber is just
that might be another episode. Favorite 90s sitcom. Or comedies.
Yeah.
Comedy TV shows.
For sure. Living Single.
Future episode.
Was it Living Single on there?
Yeah. With Ovaltine.
Ovaltine, there you go.
Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah.
And Ovaltine.
I think you already said Ovaltine. What was the other guy's name?
Ovaltine, I think.
No, the other guy.
The other guy?
Oh, that was Ovaltine.
LeBron James.
That guy?
Maxwell, I think it was. Or was that Maxine? Was one of
I don't remember.
Anyways.
Like no repeats. But I said, man, my honorable mentions is gonna be super long. But let's go to my number 1 pick. You keep bringing up Adam Sandler.
Okay.
Here's my Adam Sandler pick at number 1.
In the history of academia, no other student has shown more poise, grace, intelligence, musical ability, brilliance in language, and charm.
Want to touch the hiney?
Adam Sandler is Billy Madison. Rated PG-13.
At number 1, man, you were right about Adam Sandler. But man, Billy Madison, a movie I for sure saw with you in the theater, and we even have a Billy Madison story we're gonna bring up.
That's right.
But this one I saw with you in the theater.
Yeah. And
this is a movie. You want to tell the story about how we would use Billy Madison to go to watch other movies?
I mean, it had to be when it's only a small amount of time that the movie was in the theater, but we utilized that time wisely.
Yeah.
So, we were under the age of 18, and we would always just say we'd watch Billy Madison maybe 6 times or I don't know, maybe a couple times at least to watch R-rated movies.
Yeah.
And we would just be 2 for Billy Madison, but we'd sneak into the, whatever.
I think we want to go watch Let's Talk About Sex.
Yeah.
Which was a horrible,
unfortunately,
really bad movie.
Yeah. But, yeah.
But any R-rated movie,
Dirty Works, no,
we would show up 2 for Billy Madison, and then sneak into
the R-rated film.
Speaking of sneaking into theaters, like I said, statute of limitations is up. Remember when we used to sneak into the movie theater?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Do you remember? Was I with you also when did we see Jerry Seinfeld one time or no?
No, I wish I would have seen him.
I saw him one time at the Beverly Center.
Really?
Yeah. I knew it was something. He had a little baseball cap and the white tennis shoes.
And then he saying, "What's the deal with escalators?"
He said, "What's the deal with popcorn? There's butter and there's salt.
Who are these people?
Why don't you call it butter salt?" No, I don't know. He had a bucket of popcorn in his hand, and
That's funny.
Yeah, I knew it was him. I was like, oh, shit.
I remember one of our strategies was we would wait for people to exit.
Yeah.
and then we would kind of go in through that door.
Yeah, because they had the right side, the little right side. That's right.
Yeah, so we would sneak in while people were exiting. And people don't care. They're like, I don't give a shit. Like they don't have a stake in the the theater.
On a side note, this guy would also tell me to steal toys at KB Toy Stores on the right side.
That's allegedly.
Allegedly, he'd be like, "Hey, can you? I kind of want that Razor Ramon toy. You want to grab it?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not? Let me go over there. Go pickpocket McGee over here." And then I was there like one time.
That was like those superstars, Jack Superstars figures.
Right.
Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels. And Razor Ramon, for some reason, had one of his arms was Bret Hart's arms.
I think it was a Razor Ramon toy. Probably.
It was.
Yeah.
But, hey, statute of limitations is up. I think we're safe.
Yeah.
But back to Billy Madison. Man, I remember loving this movie as a kid. And I think I've only grown to love it more now.
Yeah.
Like, you ever you ever love a movie or a show as a kid? I brought it up in the past. That happened with me with He-Man, where you love something as a kid, you go back and watch it, and it's like, oh man, what the hell was I thinking? This sucks.
Yeah.
Like even music taste maybe, but He-Man, I remember watching as a kid, loving it, seeing it in my 20s, and being like, what the hell was wrong with me? Why did I like He-Man?
Like start judging his haircut. What the fuck's wrong with this guy's hair?
He had the Jim Carrey Dumb and Dumber haircut.
Did, yeah.
But this is one that I went back and watched it, and I was like, oh man, this is even funnier than I remember.
Okay.
Like it has like a one of, like, you bring up like Friday, like just quotable lines, like this one, like, oh, Veronica Vaughn, and
there you go. He breaks out all the Adam Sandler voices.
Just like all the lines and man, just cracks me up. Like I think this movie, by the minute, like it probably has more laughs for me than any other movie I've seen.
Awesome.
Like just per every minute, I'm laughing about something. Where they put out like the flaming dog poop on that old man's door.
Oh, that's right.
And the guy comes out and stomps it.
Speaking of flaming, I gotta take a piss.
Oh, go pee. I'm gonna pause this. Yeah, so with that, there's this scene with the old man where Adam Sandler shows up to put like a flaming bag of poop on his doorstep. Yeah. And he's hiding behind the bush with this, I forgot the fat dude's name, and Norm Macdonald. R.I.P. to Norm Macdonald. Legend right there.
We don't say fat anymore. We say big boned.
Okay, sorry. Big boned. Big boned guy.
Or PH.
So like
R.I.P. Norm, yeah, of course.
Yeah, Adam Sandler's like, old man's gonna shit when he finds out it's shit.
Wait, is Billy Madison the one where he's playing golf too, or no?
No, that's Happy Gilmore.
Oh, okay. Good,
yeah, but 90's also.
Yeah.
Or when he's like
hashtag honorable mention.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing, folks.
When or the scene where he's like sitting at the cafeteria with the kids, and there's this kid talking about like, I think Mortal Kombat is the greatest video game ever made. And Billy Madison's trying to have like a civil conversation. Like, I Mortal Kombat's a great game, but I think Donkey Kong is the greatest video game of all time. And the kid's like, Donkey Kong sucks. You know what? I think you suck.
Wait, is this the one where he also plays handball?
Yeah, he plays dodgeball.
Dodgeball, I mean, yeah, I had dodgeball with the kids. Oh, that's
like,
right.
Now you're all in big trouble. Man, so many things. Even like down to like where
that's the one with the O'Doyle too, right?
Yeah, O'Doyle rules.
O'Doyle rules. Stupid ass.
There's this one scene where he's like, what is he saying? Something about like, oh, this can be our milk right here.
This could be our milk.
And she's like, nothing will ever be our whatever. And then the janitor passes by with the big sideburns, and he's like, how about you, sideburns? You want some of this milk?
That's what I'm talking about.
Even some of those little dumb ones. Let's listen in on one of my favorite ones here.
Let's go.
This is like a Street Fighter Alpha combo breaker right here.
Yeah, dude.
C-H?
Correct.
I am the smartest man alive!
Class,
Say hello to Billy Madison.
Hello, Billy Madison.
Billy is a nuisance. He will be gone in 2 weeks. I apologize for this inconvenience.
Geez, what's up her butt?
What was that, Billy?
I said, reading is good. Can we start the story now?
Dan, you may begin.
Once there was a girl who wanted
Kid can't even read.
to
cut it out, dude. You're gonna get us in trouble.
Today, Junior? Ow! You're tearing my ear off!
Making fun of a little kid for trying to read. Are you psycho? Do you not have a soul?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I've been physically abused in the ear.
You keep your mouth shut for the next 2 weeks or I'm gonna fail you. End of story.
I see your lips moving, but I can't make out the words. I'm deaf! Oh, Veronica, come on. So I want to touch the hiney.
God damn! Rewatching it now it's all coming back. I need to rewatch it. I haven't watched it in a while, but that scene.
Man, you gotta see it.
Come on, wanna touch the high.
Shout out to Matt. Show off Matt.
Show off Matt.
He could do that impression like nobody.
Like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, but man, love this movie here. I'm gonna play another little quick clip too.
I mean, at least you could do.
You aren't gonna want to hang around with a bunch of dumb elementary school kids like us anymore.
That's not true. I'll come and visit you guys all the time.
Yes, your girlfriend.
Have some more sloppy joes. I made them extra sloppy for you. I know how you kids like them sloppy.
Lady, you're scaring us.
Man, just love this freaking movie. Billy Madison.
I'm about to rewatch it, but yeah, no, it's a classic.
Yeah. Love it. Just so many lines. Like, there's another line where so, like you mentioned earlier, I think, like, Billy Madison would always have, like, a bunch of, like, his friends show up in the movies, right?
Right.
And
Not
this
Billy
one, you have
Madison,
Chris Farley.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah, Chris Farley, R.I.P. Chris Farley.
Oh, he comes out in this one?
Yeah, he comes out as the bus driver.
Oh, that's right.
And he, like, takes a little peek up Veronica Vaughn's dress, which is Sonya Blade, is the same actress that plays Sonya Blade in Mortal Kombat.
Blade, isn't it? Speaking of Mortal Kombat.
And he looks up the girl's skirt and he tells Adam Sandler, like, you know, me and Veronica Vaughn got it on. And
the old Chris Farley, the running.
Yeah, but Adam Sandler was like, no, you didn't. He's like, no, we didn't. But me and this guy, her and this guy I know, they got it on. Woo! And he's like, no, they didn't. And Chris Farley's like, no, they didn't. But you could imagine what it'd be like if they did. Yeah, so that's my.
Speaking of Chris Farley, did you watch Saturday Night Live when that was when they were on Saturday Night Live, right? Were you watching Saturday Night Live at that time?
I think back then, you know what? I
don't think I see you watching Saturday Night Live.
No, I did, but you know, I watched a lot of the reruns when it was on Comedy Central.
Okay.
So I watched a lot of, you know, Matt Foley.
But not when back in the days when we only had 13 channels.
No, because it was like Saturday at 11, wasn't it? Saturday like at 11 p.m. or something.
Right.
I watched the reruns on Comedy Central. Yeah, like Matt Foley when he would say, living in a van down by the river.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, I think I did watch it back in the days.
So, yeah, let's talk some. Now that we went through our list, let's go through
nice little list.
Honorable mentions. What are some of yours?
First of all, I want to say I'm not surprised Billy Madison number one. I'm happy actually. It does good. I was like, all right, I know this guy. This guy actually
Hell yeah.
I knew Bill and Malice. Adam Sandler movie was going to be one of the movies that you're going to have on there. Yeah, absolutely. But honorable mentions, I'm going to have to say how hard it was not to put, even though the first Naked Gun movie was in the 80s, I think 88 was the first one, but then this guy, Leslie Nielsen, he I think he paved the way for like people like Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
And like physical comedy or just stupid comedy, to be honest. Like where you can actually watch a film where people are just clueless. Naked, or just, and then with the name titles like Naked Gun 2.5, Naked Gun 33 1/3. You know what I mean?
I used to love those movies too.
Yeah,
with OJ was in it.
Simpson, yeah, he was in it. Yeah, and but Leslie Nielsen, he's, I guess, I don't know if you could fit him in the character of Mel Brooks, but he's one of the old school cats with like the comedy. He's just a funny guy. Like off the bat, I think he started off with drama first. If I'm not mistaken.
He did like Airplane, that movie Airplane.
And if you guys ever get a chance, YouTube Leslie Nielsen and Fart Machine.
Damn, I don't even think I don't know.
So he would always, like, you know, when like actors would go on to like talk show, like so like Johnny Carson or Conan O'Brien, Leslie Nielsen would have this hand fart maker, and like he'd like anytime he got interviewed, he'd carry this fart machine, and he would like he would fake like a fart, like he'd lift his leg and then he just continue the conversation, and like and there was one time when Conan O'Brien got mad and he's like, you know, kind of like being like, you know, you got to be an adult, or you're not a kid anymore, and he's like, well, I don't know about that. He's like, and then he told Conan, it's like, you know, it's not my fault. I had like a little stomach problem or whatever. And it's like, you know, a little kid comedy, but anyways, but back to Naked Gun. Yeah, Naked Gun is one of I have to put that on there. The whole series, the ones in the 90s, just hilarious. Just
classic.
Like, there's this one scene where he's getting slapped by Elvis Presley's Lisa Marie, or not the wife, the mom, not the one that just passed away, R.I.P.
Oh, Priscilla.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Priscilla was in the movie as well, and
oh, really?
Yeah. So she slaps him with the left, he blocks it. Slaps with the right, blocks, and there's like another hand just comes up and
yeah,
slaps
I think
him.
I remember.
It was like stupid shit like that, and then his facial reactions are hilarious, and everything about the movie. I think it sets up a lot of the future movies in the 90s. So you got to give credit to.
Yeah, when you bring up Naked Gun, I think about like that was like kind of like what Bill Murray was doing, like the Naked Gun stuff.
Yeah,
and the Man Who Knew Too Little.
Yeah, clueless, but still kind of
like,
you know,
like the Mr. Magoo kind of character.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some of mine that I got. You mentioned it. There's Something About Mary. That's an honorable mention for me. Wayne's World.
There you go. That's a good one.
Yeah, Wayne's World. I just watched it today in the morning, and even though like it has good laughs, I think it's just an overall awesome movie. But I don't think it made me laugh at more than some of the ones in my top 5.
No, I know, but it's got some classic scenes. You know, just like when they're singing Bohemian Rhapsody in the car, just like relatable.
It's just like
funny.
a cool movie.
It's a cool movie. Yeah, it's a super cool movie. They work in a record store, right?
I don't think they have a job. Their job.
Oh, no, not they don't. Yeah,
they have a public access.
Okay, that's right. The public access. But yeah, you know that. No, it's super fun.
The one that made me laugh when I was watching Wayne's World today was when Rob Lowe's character, he's like, I'm ordering some Chinese food. You guys want something? And Wayne is like, yeah, I'll get a cream of some young guy. I was like cracking up, and my wife's like, why are you cracking up so loud? Cream of some young
Speaking
guy.
of cream.
I also got Home Alone 1 and 2. Both 90s movies.
Yeah. That's right. I saw that. I thought about that one. That's a good Christmas movie.
They're hilarious.
Are they?
I think they're hilarious, but to me, I put them more as like Christmas.
I haven't watched them in a long
Christmas
time.
movies. Like you gotta watch Home Alone 1 during Christmas. Like you have to.
And a Bruce Willis film called Die Hard.
Die Hard, another Christmas movie.
Another Christmas movie.
Gremlins.
Well, hold on before you move forward here.
All right, you give us some
I'm just since you gave the Austin Powers, I mean not Mike Myers. I got to give Austin Powers also their due.
And I told you, I thought for sure this was gonna be.
It's funny
in
because
your top 3.
Yeah, and it's funny because when people ask me what the best trilogy are of all time, I say the Austin Powers.
Not Star Wars.
Not Star Wars. Not Lord of the Rings.
Not Alien movies.
Not the
Austin Powers.
But because it honestly, I can't pick one from the 3. Honestly, I mean, I think I like the first 2 more than anything. Number 2, the sequel, more than anything. But I can't go it by scene. When I think about it in my head, I can't be like, oh, this is like they all kind of blend together for me. But they're just, you can't deny the sayings, like mini me and like just like do you find me sexy, or just like little funny British pop, and the intros to those movies are always like classic.
It was like a dance.
It was like a dance thing. It was like fun. It was beautiful. It was like it's hilarious. He's kind of silly, and there was a 007 spoof. Really.
Yeah,
007. So that was kind of fun too. So that was kind of fun seeing that. So
classic one. Another one that I didn't get. So I try to prepare by watching these movies, but I didn't get around to watching it. So who knows? I don't know. Like, it's one of those, like, if I watch, I remember liking them back then.
Right. I even dressed up as for Halloween one time with as Austin Powers. Unfortunately,
you put on like the bad teeth and everything.
Yeah.
Yellow
that's how much pop culture was back then. You would dress up for Halloween.
How about this? So I also have Austin Powers, honorable mention.
Okay.
The one that I was like, damn, this was 90s? American Pie. I thought American Pie was funny too.
It was, yeah. It was, yeah. I do remember the old sticking the old in the pie, the old apple pie per se.
Yeah, I also have one that's not funny. I don't think it's like super fun. It's not like a super funny, but I love it, and it is listed as a comedy. Is Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Don't tell
with Christina Applegate.
Damn, I forgot about that.
I used to love watching that movie. I also have.
I can't remember at all what it's about.
It was Kelly. That's not Kelly. Not Kelly Kapowski. Kelly from Married with Children.
R.I.P.
Kelly Bundy. Yeah. She's not dead. I think she just has multiple sclerosis. Yeah, but man, that movie's good. I love that movie.
I was talking about Kelly Kapowski.
Oh, the dishes are done, man. I have What About Bob with Bill Murray. That one's hilarious too. What About Bob? The Wedding Singer.
I haven't seen that one, no.
That one's hilarious. Wow. The Wedding Singer. Another one, Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy.
Which I'm sure we probably saw together in the theater.
I just never liked David Spade for some reason.
No? But Chris Farley.
Chris Farley, yeah. Absolutely.
Come on.
David Spade. I feel like we might have seen that one in the movies too.
Yeah, I had Rush Hour, like you mentioned earlier.
Rush Hour is a good one.
Yeah. Kingpin. Have you seen that one? Kingpin is a bowling movie. It's the Farrelly brothers, the ones that made There's Something About Mary.
Sure, was it Everly Brothers?
I think it's Farrelly. I don't know. I'm probably saying it wrong, but it's
because I used to work at where I used to work. It was Chris Everly, and he was the son of them.
I'm pretty sure it's the Farrelly. Hey, for the listeners out there,
let's see.
Let us know. You can leave a comment on this video if you're watching on YouTube or.
Oh, maybe it was right. You're right.
Leave us a voice. Leave me a voicemail on RetroTiburon.com. Let me know if we're wrong.
Yeah.
But Kingpin is another like Everly or Farrelly brothers, and it's with Woody Harrelson and Randy Quaid and Bill Murray's in it. That one's hilarious too.
There's one I want to say since you brought up the what'd you say, bowling?
Yeah, it's a bowling movie.
I haven't really watched. I've seen it a few times, like a handful of times, but The Big Lebowski.
Oh, that's a great one. Yeah,
I've seen parts of it, and all I know is that guy's in a robe all the time, and
the dude abides.
The dude abides, and he drinks White Russians. I know that.
Yeah, I started drinking White Russians because of that movie.
Yeah,
I just wanted because he looked like the way he drank them looked good.
I wonder how many people started drinking because of that.
Yeah, so that's another honorable mention I had. White Men Can't Jump. With Woody
Harrelson and Wesley Snipes.
That's one of my. This is a future episode where I'm gonna have to bring it back on. I want to do a favorite sports movies, but this one's hilarious too. Like, but it wasn't in the top 5 because I almost love it more as a sports movie. Like the street ball.
That's what you see it. Yeah, that's what you think
LA
about
street ball, like.
But I guess it is a funny film.
Yeah, it's funny, especially when they're calling him Opie.
Good old Opie.
They call, shut up, Opie, and he's like, I got your bean pie for you, motherfucker.
That's what I'm talking about.
He said, tell Aunt B to make me that bean pie.
Okay.
I got that one. I got Space Jam. Another one that I think
Space
is
Jam?
Yeah, another one that I think is more sports. Cartoon,
cartoony, yeah, but it's
but
cute.
Bill Murray's in it. And he's hilarious.
Yeah, and Bugs Bunny. Yeah, can't cross up Bugs Bunny in it.
Yeah. And the last one I had was Clueless with Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah, I was actually gonna. I thought about that one too.
Yeah, Paul Rudd.
That's a classic one too.
Yeah.
As if.
Another good one.
Another Jim Carrey film, The Cable Guy.
Oh yeah,
he was in on that one too.
That one's kind of like I hear people either love it or hate it. The Cable Guy.
Being a Billy, I get a reference in that movie all the time.
Who's the Billy? The Matthew Broderick guy?
Yeah. Okay. There's this scene where he's in jail and he's like, "Oh, Billy." So like when I don't know if any other Billy's listening, but it's like you hear that and you're like, well, it's like, all right, I never heard that before. It's like one of those things for me. I was like, God damn it. But
it's probably less frequent for you than I'm a Mario, so I get the where's Luigi? If I had a dollar for every time I heard that,
if I had $1 for every time I heard, Billy. But what's creepier though?
Yeah, you're right.
But Luigi, though, I never even thought about doing that with you. To be honest,
everybody I meet, even now, like kids,
Mario.
Hey, you're Mario. Where's Luigi?
That's kind of cute though. This guy, do you hate it or not?
Nah. Now I used to hate it back in the day, but now it's like whatever. I don't care about it anymore.
There's another one too. The South Park creators basketball.
Oh, that was 90's.
It says 98.
Damn, I don't think I've seen that one. Basketball.
Yeah, I mean, it's cute.
Yeah, okay. I never got into South Park.
I was gonna say you never even got into.
I was more of a Simpsons or Beavis and Butthead guy.
Yeah,
never saw it, but yeah, that was our honorable mentions. But Billster, it's tradition around here. Let's play a little trivia game.
Oh my God!
At the end of the game, at the end of the episode, I mean. So, get into your mind palace. Start preparing yourself because we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Come right back and play the little trivia game with Billy J.
It's yours?
No,
My mother said she found it in your closet.
I don't know. One of the guys must
have what?
Look, Dad, it's not.
Where did you get it?
Dad,
answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
Well,
talk about bringing us down.
I was gonna say now that I'm depressed.
Hey, but
what kind of trivia we got? Let's go.
But I brought this up in the past. Remember, in the past, you'd be watching Chippendales or DuckTales, and all of a sudden they would hit you with a fucking drug commercial or a Scruff.
Oh yeah, Dare to keep.
What was his name? Scruff McGruff or whatever the hell.
Scruff McGruff.
Yeah, they would hit you with one of those commercials to bring you back down to reality.
That's right.
Like you're doing shit out there that you shouldn't be doing. Whoops. Let me push a button for that.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
So that's what we're gonna do, Billster.
Let's go.
I'm gonna play 10 audio clips from movies, from 90's comedy movies. And let's see how many out of 10 you can get. Okay? You ready?
The messed up part about all this is that I can't even use my phone.
You can't.
It's live, so
I'm hiding the answers from him right here on my cell phone. So, all right.
We're good.
Let's go.
I wouldn't cheat.
First clip.
Man, that first day of sobriety sucked.
Let me get to the good part.
Marijuana? Marijuana? Man,
Man, this is some bullshit.
Marijuana is not a drug. I used to suck dick for coke.
I seen him.
Now that's an addiction, man. You ever suck some dick for marijuana?
Huh?
No, I can't say I have.
I didn't think so.
Boo this man.
Really, what 90s comedy movie?
Oh my god.
Is
This
that?
is actually one movie that I might have left off. It's not Half Baked, is it?
Damn, you are correct.
I know. I fucking forgot this was in the 90s. This is one of my favorite movies.
That is correct.
Honorable mention, guys. Jesus Christ.
Coming in the clutch.
That was Bob Saget, wasn't it? And
It was. I used to suck dick.
Bob Saget and Dave Chappelle. Come on now.
All right.
That's probably the other one I'm gonna get right. Just so anybody watching at home.
Just so you know, you're trying to temper the expectations there.
Yeah.
All right. Next clip here.
Let's go.
Get Virginia Bennett in here immediately.
I think you should use a 5-0. Think so? Give me my wedge.
Hold on. Let me fast forward a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you send him home? His bags are packed. He's got his airplane tickets. Bring him to the airport. Send him home.
Send him home. I just send him home. It's time to go home there, ball.
There it is. Happy Gilmore. Let's go. Next.
That is Happy Gilmore.
Just go home.
Go
That's
home.
your home.
Get
Are
that
you too
references.
good for your home? Answer me. Suck my white ass ball.
Suck.
What? God damn.
Billy
Doesn't even have a brown butthole. He has a white butthole.
the Billsters right now, 2 for 2 right now.
Jesus Christ.
Let's go to the next clip here.
Sorry for whistling in your ears.
Yeah.
Who wants Chinese takeout? I know a great place.
I'll have the cream of some young guy.
Cassandra, why don't you order?
Oh, no, I'm sure whatever you order will be fine.
Oh, okay. Why? 我想要內賣。腳教工道街。
What do you say, Billster? What movie is this? I mentioned this earlier.
Well, I'm not a mathematician, but if I do 2 plus 2, I equals Wayne's World.
It is Wayne's World.
Let's go, folks.
He's coming in hot. Coming in hot
Hold
right
on.
now.
There's a boat coming on for the ASMR. That's the wind boat coming in, folks.
All right. Let's go to the next clip now. Next clip. I have to fast forward this shit too.
That sounded familiar.
What are you doing, Mrs. Stoney? No, you can't do this. You can't do this here.
No, you must leave now, please.
Look, Kashmir, Rajneesh, why don't you just chill?
No buts, too.
Link and I are cruising the mountain, bro, and we figure we's a little juice.
No, whizzing the juice. Where's the juice? No, whizzing the juice.
No, whizzing the juice. Hey, juice.
Chill, bud.
No buts, but two. No.
It's okay. Just chill.
What do you sell, Billster? What is that? Have you ever wheezed the juice at a 7-Eleven?
I will say I've never even heard this in my life, but it sounds familiar.
Give us a guess.
Man. Any lifelines here? Or?
No lifelines.
No lifelines.
Oh, I can call someone if you want. But it's gonna be at my beckoning.
All right.
You want to take that life call?
What does that mean? Oh, you get to call.
I'll just call someone randomly and ask them.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
I'm gonna have to use that for this one. Sorry, guys.
If there's a guy I would call, I think I know this guy.
Well, I'm glad that you're calling because I have no idea who I would call.
You get one lifeline. Next lifeline, you have to sing a song to get a lifeline.
Yeah. Sing, young guy.
See, if this guy doesn't answer, you get it wrong.
What up, Bubba?
Hey, what's up, Ty Stevenson, the professor?
Hey.
We need you're on the Retro Wave podcast right now. Just need you for a quick question.
Oh, okay, cool.
My friend Billy J needs a lifeline.
Okay, all right. This is gonna be good.
So, do you know? I don't think you'll be able to hear it. So, do you know a movie in the 90s, comedy movies, where someone says, "I'm wheezing the juice"?
I'm whizzing the juice.
I'm wheezing the juice. At a 7-Eleven. 90s comedy movie.
Okay, is that a 7-Eleven?
And he's wheezing the juice.
Oh man, I thought it was gonna be an easy one.
Hey buddy. And he would say, "Hey buddy." 90s comedian. A lot of 90s comedy movies.
Hey buddy.
That's the boat leaving.
You tap out?
Wait. Okay. 90s comedy.
Wheezing the juice.
There's 20 seconds left on the clock here.
Oh no, oh man, I'm ashamed being the Tatanka of the trivia.
That's why
I can't get this one.
That's why I called Tyler, because he's undefeated on the podcast. He's like 10-0. But he doesn't know this guy. All right, Tyler. So,
I guess
I need something right now. Take a wild guess. 90s comedy movie.
Convenience store.
90s comedy.
Is it Dumb and Dumber?
It is not Dumb and Dumber.
You gotta let me pick whether I agree with it or not.
Oh, okay, you're right. Oh yeah, you're right. But I already gave you the answer. Do you want to take a wild guess, Billy, before you?
So it's not that one. I know it's not Dumb and Dumber because I know that movie. Is this 90s as well?
Yeah. Can you hear Billy, Tyler, or?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Hey, what's going on, Tyler?
Oh, let me see if you can hear the clip, Tyler.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe if you hear it, you'll know what it is.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me know if you hear it. Do you hear that?
Group. Come on, take the meat group.
You hear that?
No.
Oh, you don't hear that.
These are my favorites. Hey, you gotta be equal.
Yeah, if I heard the actor, I might.
Yeah, you can't hear him. All right. We need an answer. 5, 4, 3.
Encino Man?
It is Encino Man.
Oh, okay.
Wheezing the juice.
Oh.
All right, Tyler. I will let you go. We just needed you for that question.
So sorry about that, Billy.
No, I think you helped me out. You gave me that buffer time. I appreciate it.
It's been a while since I've seen that one.
It's been a while for me too. But
we were just talking about Brendan Fraser movies, huh?
I swear I don't even know how I got that, but I had reached into the bag.
All right. Well, you helped them out. You helped them
out.
Did,
yeah, man. I think it still counts as a win for you.
All right, Tyler. Thanks for answering the call.
Brother.
Take care, man.
Oh, no problem. Yeah. I can't wait to hear the podcast.
Yeah, man. It's getting good.
Later, dude.
All right, later, guys.
Bye, guys.
Woo! So that's pretty. You're still on the streak.
I don't even know how the hell I got that. I peeked over at your phone, by the way, for the fans watching on YouTube.
Oh, so you saw it?
But I didn't see it. No, because I couldn't see it. I saw I tried to read the title, but all your title said was favorite movies. No. I wouldn't. Not,
this man.
I would not say it on the air if I actually used it. I'm for the fans watching at home. I'm just saying.
All right. Next time you want a lifeline, you have to give us an impression of a 90s comedian.
All right.
From a 90s movie, not comedy movie. All right. Next one. Next clip. So far, you're 4 for 4. Next one.
Hold it right there. This is the concierge, sir. I knew it was you. I could smell you getting off the elevator. You was here last night, too, wasn't you? Yes, sir. I was. You was here, and you was smooching with my brother. I'm afraid you're mistaken, sir. Don't give me that. You've been smooching with everybody. Snuffy, Al, Leo, Little Mo with the gimpy leg, Cheeks, Bony Bob, Cliff. No. It's a lie. I could go on forever, baby. I'm terribly sorry, sir, but
I'm afraid you're mistaken. We're looking for a young man.
All right. I believe you. But my Tommy gun don't. Get down on your knees and tell me you love me.
On your knees.
We need an answer. What movie is this?
First of all, was this a comedy?
It's a comedy.
Man, this one's gonna be a little tougher. There's nothing that's ringing a bell here. All right, let's get that lifeline. I guess I got to do a goddamn
impersonation
of a 90s comedian.
Yeah,
we already did Seinfeld earlier. I guess I can't do that. Let's see. I guess I got to do some. Damn. Anyone, huh? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me tell you something.
That's all right. That you got that one wrong.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, we'll chart that up.
We'll chart that one up. All
Jesus Christ.
Next clip.
That was which movie? You gonna tell me what that was?
Oh, I didn't even tell you that was Home Alone 2.
Oh, no wonder. See, I told you.
There we go. Next clip.
Told you it wasn't a comedy.
Yeah, I'll call you back. Come in.
TV.
You're late.
Really? Did we miss Baywatch?
Man, Earl said you guys were young, but jeez. Ah, well, as long as you can get the job done. What are your names?
Butthead.
Come on, you got to know this one. If you don't get this one, you're pulling out something right here on the side.
Right here, pulling out the old slippers. If you guys can see right
Yeah, but what's the full title of this movie?
Beavis and Butthead, the movie. No, wait. No, wait. What's the fucking name of the movie?
We need the whole title.
Beavis and Butthead.
I'll give you a clue.
I think we might have even seen this too.
We did?
Beavis and Butthead.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Was it something about America? No, right?
It is.
Does America?
All right, I'll give you that one.
Okay. What was it?
Close enough. Do America.
Hey, spaghetti. Let's go. We did watch this goddamn movie. And you were disappointed, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I didn't like this one.
It is okay.
You remember that. I love the show.
So much that it wasn't even in the honorable mention.
I didn't like the damn movie.
No. It was hard. It's like the Simpsons movie.
It wasn't. I think it's because it wasn't the show. It didn't have music video, so I didn't like it.
That's right.
All right, next clip here.
Are these all your lunches? You mean you eat other people's lunches? Stop it!
Now we're going to do something extremely fun. We're going to play a wonderful game called Who is My Daddy and What Does He Do? Yes?
Is your daddy a fireman? He's probably big. Is he a wrestler? Is he a basketball coach?
No.
What's the matter?
I have a headache.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
You know this one?
Run to the tumor chopper. Let's see. Damn it. Something about a teacher, right?
Yep. What's the name of the movie?
Is it Substitute Teacher? No. Was it?
We were looking for a kindergarten
cop. Fucking A.
All right.
I was thinking of the one with Danny DeVito, unfortunately. What's that?
The twins?
Stupid ass twins.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Now, is there anyone? Medulla oblongata.
Mama?
The medulla oblongata is where anger, jealousy, and aggression come from. Now, is there anybody here can tell me where happiness comes from? No. Anyone? All right.
All right.
Let's hear what Mama has to say on the subject.
Go on
Some say
now.
that happiness is from magic rays of sunshine that come down when you're feeling blue.
What movie is this? 90s comedy.
Well, it's Adam Sandler. But which movie is it from? I don't even recognize it either. It's got to be one of these other ones. Not the ones that we mentioned, right?
Nope. That's a clue. None of the ones that.
Yeah, I gather that much. All right, so.
Today, Junior?
God damn. We're going to go with. And my final answer is.
Today, Junior?
Yeah.
You got it wrong. That we were looking for the Water Boy.
Oh, fucking Bobby Boucher.
Yeah, Bobby Boucher.
Bobby motherfucking Boucher.
All right, here's the last one.
Damn it. Foosball.
Where's my N210 alkalizer? You know what? Did you follow me to my ship?
That Hogan?
Yes. Did you
It
sneak
is.
inside? No. Did you fool with my stuff? Where's my N210 alkalizer?
The nanny?
We're looking for Suburban Commando.
Oh my God.
Hold on, I gotta really pee now.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was it, man. You got. Let me tell you how many you got out of the.
You actually write it down?
Yeah, I did write it down. Hold on.
Here we go.
Doing this shit live. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 right. I think that's pretty good.
5 out of what?
10.
No. Now we get half.
Actually, hold on. I think it was 5 out of 9.
6 out of 9.
Yeah. So that I would say
it's not
I
too
would
bad.
say that's still pretty good.
Honestly, I'm surprised.
You're surprised you got that many right?
Yeah. 'Cause I know you, as much as you had me here for the movie podcast, but it's hard for me to retain some information sometimes. That ADHD kicks in, and
Yeah.
But I love it. I love that we're doing this, and I remember, and I'm gonna watch these movies again.
Yeah, you still did good though. You came out in the clutch in some of because
Yeah.
I didn't think you knew what they were.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got 5 out of 9. I forgot to do 10. I think I forgot to add another clip. So 5 out of 9 is still pretty good.
Yeah.
You're in the Hall of Fame in the MLB.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And yeah, if you get 3 out of 10 in baseball, you're in the Hall of Fame.
All right, 5 out of 9, pretty good. All right,
Not too bad.
we're gonna take our last commercial break, come back and wrap things up.
That's right.
Imagine the perfect video store. It would have a great selection, right? Right. Over 10,000 videos. 3 evening rentals, so no rush, no hassle. Fast checkout. 24-hour quick drop return. Open late every night. Well, the perfect video store
Welcome to Blockbuster Video.
is popping up all over the country. There's one near you.
Blockbuster Video. Wow, what a difference.
We're back, and thanks. I just wanted to thank the Billster for coming
right.
back on. This video is gonna be the second podcast video we're recording on video for the YouTube audience out there. So, Billster, I'm gonna give you this opportunity. If you want the people to find you on the social medias, or you want to give any shout outs to anybody out there, go ahead. This is your time. The camera's right there.
Shout out to the people listening, supporting my good friend here, Mario. I don't really have anything going on social media wise. Be Funk Nasty. It's my social media on Instagram. That's about it. But I'm happy that you're doing your thing and we're together and we're having a good time. That's something to be grateful for, guys.
It's all that matters.
And remember, guys, health is wealth. So take care of yourself.
It's all that matters at the end of the day.
That's right.
Yes, for me, I'm at RetroTiburon, RetroTiburon, all the social medias. I just launched a merch store. for anybody out there that wants to buy a T-shirt, Retrowave T-shirt, a coffee mug.
I'm gonna give me a beanie, and I want to get that bomber jacket.
Yeah, a beanie, a bomber jacket, whatever the hell. There's stuff on there. I might put on like a male thong.
Okay.
You know, for those fans out there. But that's you can find that at RetroTiburon.com. The merch stuff is on there if you want to support the podcast. Helps the podcast keep on moving forward, keep on trucking. So yeah, man. I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. I guess I'll see you guys. I'll see the Billster and everybody else on the other side.
That's right.
See you guys. We're done. We did it.